Greetings, Masandawana. I am back at the latest installment. Yeah, the Lakona bringing you the preview of our Betway Premiership Game Week 22 fixture as we host Amazulu on Tuesday night at Lucas Masterpieces Muripe Stadium. As you know by now, our game against Sikukune didn't take place over the weekend, a match that was supposed to have taken place on Saturday, 8 o'clock, but it wasn't to be as on the same day, the stadium was booked for an Abantwana, our female football side, ladies football side under 17 World Cup qualifier game against Nigeria. So, yeah, man, our game couldn't take place because we were supposed to play a cup competition, and the sponsor NetBank had booked the stadium for the whole day. They wanted the stadium for the whole day to themselves, but it wasn't to be. There was an issue, miscommunication, if I may say, or an administration issue, but not from our side. Like I said, it's Mamelodi Sundowns, so that game was postponed. We are not sure when it will be played. Speaking of the postponement or the postponement of this game got me thinking, why don't we have our own stadium as Mamelodi Sundowns Football Club? I honestly don't know. I know the Mutsipes, to be fair to them, have tried getting PJ sorted, and helping the government to bring back PJ, but it has taken so long, and not because of their doing the Mutsipes, but other issues, and it's so frustrating not having your own stadium and having to face issues like these that will affect the team one way or the other. Because the postponement of this game now means, sorry, it might be played on a date that's very, very difficult for us, because the date that I'm hearing is a date that I know we won't like if it was to be played on that date. I can't say that date because then the next thing I have egg on my face if they played on a different date. But yeah, the date that I had, I did not like it at all. And I hope the money or some of the money from the Club World Cup, us taking part in the Club World Cup, we've had or we get a lot of money. Some of it goes towards us getting our own stadium. I really, really hope, because this thing has been going on for so long. Maybe it's time we shift from it and we look for land, build our own stadium, and move on, because this is a huge convenience in Taushera Stadium, only the Blue Bulls, because every time we want to go play Loftus, we need to check fixtures at the Blue Bulls. If the Blue Bulls play on that day, we must forget about playing on that day. And if it's not that, it's the fact they are rugby side, and the stadium cell at times is not to the standard. Yeah, it's what it's supposed to be for a football match. So it's a huge inconvenience, man. And there's issues that Moribe, and yeah, man. I really, really hope we do get our own stadiums sooner rather than later. It doesn't have to be the biggest stadium in the world, man. Proper stadium, and that can fill 15, 20,000. I'm sure that will be good for us. And then maybe get the category A games, you move to a Loftus if need be, But yeah, man, hopefully we do get this sorted, and in future we have our own stadium. And our own stadium means we'll do as we please, like the pitch will be to our liking, and we won't have to worry about the length of the grass, or no, it wasn't cut to the length that we wanted to be, because we play a ball more ground on Rona Sundowns. We will it what we want to that stadium and the pitch. So yeah, man. Hopefully soon we will get our own stadium. This postponement, yeah, gave me Ronald Kukune had me thinking, do I look at this in a positive way and say it came at the right time and it will help give the boys a much needed breather, or in a negative way and say this is going to affect us down the line because of fixture pile up and them having to them being the people who run our football, having to squeeze this fixture in between maybe the games at Champions League, which will be, yeah, because both games will be the must wins, and yeah, man. In a positive way, it definitely came at the right time. When it was a much needed breather. You could tell the boys, man, the fatigue is creeping in. We've played so many games in a short space of time. Playing every third day is not easy at all, and you could tell, man, from game to nah, the boys are not up to it, not because they don't want to play, but mmele wa hana ke le bona ke batho ba nama le madi, in a negative way. Like I said, it might be placed in and around Nagoya Champions League, which will put us in a very, very difficult situation, So it's tough, man. I think it has its pros and cons, and hopefully it doesn't come back to bite us on our behinds. As you may all know, the draw, yeah, the semi-final was conducted, and should we beat Skukune, we will face Kaizer Chiefs at home in the semi-finals. Orlando Pirates will play Marumo Gallants on the other side of the semi-final. Getting into game, Ronald Amazulu. I'm sure everyone who watches soccer by now knows football, not soccer, football. Arthur Zwane there's no longer a joint coaching situation in Amazulu. Arthur Zwane is running solo with it, and Arthur has made some changes to how the team sets up, and very, very offensive changes. He now plays a double pivot. Yeah, Bongani Zungule Brooks. Ben Motswari hasn't started their last 3 games. So like they are very, very offensive because they play the forwards 3-4. You have Muremi as a left forward, you have Khatebe as a right forward, and then Human as 10, and then Kimbindu or Igodaro as their 9. And interestingly, his wide forwards he plays them the old school way, where you find where the left-footed forward plays on the left. Mo 7 and the right-footed plays no man, the left-footed plays more 11 and the right-footed plays more 7, and this means sorry, they don't have situations where they cut in, and look to score by cutting in. You have old school, they play the old school way where they go towards the byline and cross, or played the cutbacks, which is interesting. A lot of teams have moved away from that. I would really love to know what is the thinking behind that, because a lot of teams have a left-footed player, a left-footed forward playing on the right-footed player playing on the left for obvious reasons. I expect to see a much fresher Mamelodi Sundowns. I expect us to have a quick start. I expect us to not turn over the ball the same way we did in the initial stages of our game against Golden Arrows last week. I'm not sure whether that came from fatigue, but I didn't like how we turned over possession, especially in the final third against Golden Arrows. So I hope this rest over the weekend, game Skukune, has that positive effect in our game against Amazulu. Amazulu, man, at the back, they have Phyllis, man, someone who is error prone. Yeah, man, he's error prone, Phyllis. In the game that they lost against Stellis 0-5, I think 3 of those goals came from his errors, and it's not just him. They have 2 keepers who are error prone in Ofori as well as Veli. So I think we need to press them into such situations and take advantage when they make the errors, because they do make the errors, and they make these errors in key parts of the pitch, in and around their box, so it's easier and quicker, much easier to score when people make the errors in and around that area. So we need to we need to force situations and put them under pressure and take advantage. And it's not just Daniel Stellis that I mentioned. He's made errors in a few games that I've seen Amazulu play. I've not been too pleased with our Hess defense recently, man. And I think someone like Moremi with his pace on the left can definitely hurt us if we do not sort it out. Remy has had a great season. He's been one of Amazulu's best performers, if not their best performance. He has 6 assists in the league, and with his pace, if we're not careful, he will hurt us, because I think he might probably cheat on the left, and then when our right back goes up, he will take advantage when they regain possession. Another player who will be a threat to us is Human. I do not know why that Spanish guy didn't play this kid. This kid is a baller, man. I've liked this kid ever since I've started seeing him play football. He now stays at 10. He's now a proper 10 who stays just between the defense and the midfield line. Arthur has moved him from being a left forward who cuts inside or comes into the 10 position. He will be a threat. He has 5 assists in the league this season. And lastly, I think another player that will be a threat to us might be Hanamub, with him bombing forward. Hanamub and Moremi on the left, we might have issues there. He has 4 assists, and he's of the 2 fullbacks between Yanal and Mubara. Hanamub is the one who has more license to bomb forward, and Mubara at times comes in at the back and makes it a 3-man defense. Then they do score the goals, but at the same time, they give away the goal. They have scored 25 goals this season in the league, which averages to 1.19 goals per game, which is good. But they've conceded 26 as well, which is an average of 1.24 goals per game, which is poor, to be honest. So we will definitely get the chances in this game. With what I mentioned earlier on, with how they play, Bruxelles and Tole Lebongani, I think they help the team in terms of making it the team play, because they are very good on the ball. Most of Bongani, I like Bongani. Bongani Zungu has always been one of my favorite players, South African players. I like Bongani so much at Sundowns. It's a pity second time around it never really worked out for him. But the issue for them will be in transition, where they struggle to get back to help the team defend. In the game against Cape Town City could have scored, in such situations, and this is where Ben Motswari would come in, because Ben would always be there in front of the defense and help cover space or ground, So I think in those areas we'll definitely help them when we regain possession from them, because at times Rivero is smart. Not Rivero, Rivero. Coach Aaron Cardoso is smart. You maybe say, give them the ball, and then once they lose it, we capitalize on that, and that's where Ribeiro comes in, because it's very, very good drifting us from right forward into the inside, in the half spaces, and more between the lines. So I think that is where we will head them, and hopefully we do win, man. We kickstart our game block, because we didn't start our game block too well. We dropped points in the first game of the game block. Getting into the lineup, I think Dennis will start, and then the back four will be Morena, Khoza, Suarez, and Modiba. The middle field 3, I will go for Mokoena, Mkhulise, and Allende. And the front 3, I will have Ribeiro, Sales, as well as Reynas. I think we'll win this game 3-1. I think they will give us a lot of opportunities to take, and I think they will score, because we just can't keep the clean sheets recently. Thank you guys for watching, and next time you will see me and a guest, hopefully, will be on Friday, bringing you the preview of our Betway Premiership Game 23 fixture as we travel to the south of Johannesburg to take on Orlando Pirates at FNB Stadium on Sunday. Until then, sharp Masanda one.